I spent 100 days in Minecraft Pixelmon, and I have 3 goals to do before I finish the series. First is to catch legendary Pokemon, next is to catch an Ultra Beast, and third is to encounter a shiny boss Pokemon. Can I complete my goals in the next 100 days? Watch till the end to find out. And please, if you enjoyed this video at any point, don't forget to subscribe. I'd really appreciate the support, and it just takes a simple click. I think we should choose Charmander or Cyndaquil. And I think I'm actually going to go with Charmander, since I think you can fly with your Charizard, and we spawned in a village. And this looks like it's a vending machine. You can buy some stuff from it. And I'm going to go upstairs in their house because it looks like there's something up there. We find a chest with Pokeballs, potions, and free food. After I gathered all that up, this looks like it's a little Poke Center. So that looks like it's a PC to drag your people in and out of boxes. And there's also a healing table or something. I forgot what it was called. And this looks like it's online, so you trade with others. But I'm just gonna go explore. After exploring for a bit, I find this little blacksmith, and they got some free ores and helmets and tools that I use. And this one had a diamond in it, which is pretty cool. And there was pretty cool tools, I guess. I took most of it. In this chest, I found a pretty cool crystal axe, but the iron axe was way better. And then I just grabbed some coal. Then I get to my first encounter of a tail owl, and it was pretty easy. It took a while for me to actually get started because this is my first time playing the mod pack, but I just spammed Ember and Scratch on him, and I finally took him down. Just one more Ember, and there you go. Killed our first Pokemon. And that's pretty cool that they drop feathers. And that looked like it's a trainer. I don't want to fight him yet. And after exploring the village, I found this Virizion in a tree. The only reason why I know it's a Virizion because I used to play Pokemon Go and stuff. But I thought it was pretty cool. So I was thinking this is where Virizion spawns. But I had no luck in finding him. Then I wanted to try to catch an Abra because Abras are really cool. And, you know, Abras just are really cool, and I end up catching it. But later in the video, I'll show you why it's not that good. Okay, right now I'm testing Abra, and yeah, he only has teleport, which makes you switch your Pokemon. So I thought it was pretty useless, and I just stick to leveling Charmander. After that, I decided to search around for a bit and call this place home. So I make my crafting table and a couple of chests, and I start putting all my stuff inside. I get some oak logs, and I start in some spruce logs and start building up my house. This is only a basic starter house, so it's just basic, but I will make a better one later in the series, or later in the episode. And this is what I call home for the next couple of days. So I decide to, just find some Pokemon and try to catch a Geodude because Golem is a pretty cool Pokemon, and it was a pretty good level, and I do catch it, and it was really, really cool. After I caught the Geodude, I decided to go mining to find some bauxite ore, which is this ore, and this can be crafted to make a healing thing and a PC. I mined to a mine shaft and I find a chest, and there was some pretty interesting ores in it. I'm not really familiar with this mod pack and all the crystals, but it was pretty cool. Then I encounter a Ghastly, and I think Ghastly or Gengar is a pretty good Pokemon, so I decide to get it weak, and then I throw a Pokeball at it. Nice, we got ourselves a Ghastly. That is our 4th Pokemon. And I decide to mine some more ore, and then I find some diamonds, which is always cool. And I don't know if they're that good in this mod pack, but you know. And then I grab my aluminum and iron, and I make myself a healing pod so I can heal all my Pokemon. And to make a PC, I need to make a trip to the Nether and get some glowstone. Now I just start leveling up my Charmander so he can get some, so we can evolve soon. Right now I'm defeating the Meowth because he was pretty tanky and it took a while to kill, but we got it, and he learned a new move called Fire Fang. So I replaced it with Growl because it did no damage, and our Charmander is evolving to Charmeleon. Yeah, I think he looks pretty cool, and the voice does not suit him at all. And so I test him on this Wooloo, and he's dead one shot. And since I want to, make more Pokeballs, I decide to find some apricorns. And then I went over and discovered this Pokestop. Had some pretty cool little items in it. There was a silver casing and ancient great balls, and then X special defense, which boosts your defense for the turn. And then the crates at the Pokestop, they gave me some more Pokeballs and potions, so it's a win-win. So I venture out for a bit, and I find this level 30 Ducklet, and I'm like, I can take it, and it goes horribly wrong. I die, and I'm thinking I need to level up my Charizard. On my way back home, I found a legendary Pokemon called Entei. He was level 70, and my Charmander was dead, or Charmeleon was dead, and I died to the Entei, so I try to revive my Charmeleon later on, and it doesn't go well. After I throw a Pokeball at it and stuff, it just won't go in. It just keeps breaking out and killing all my Pokemon. Like that. There you go. Killed Jober and Ghastly, and Abra just do nothing. So I just had to let my Pokemon die. So all my Pokemon died and I ran away, and I couldn't revive my guys, and when I came back, he disappeared. But now I start getting obsidian, so I can go to the Nether and grab some glowstone, so I can finally make a PC. When I entered the Nether, I spawned in this weird biome that was interesting, I guess. It wasn't too great, and I just go grab some glowstone. After I get my glowstone, I make a redstone lamp, and with the aluminum thing, I make a PC. And I got a Porygon body for it, and I do not know what that does. But I have Larvitar from the from the Poke thing, and put it in my team, and then I start raiding these villages to get some free items. And then I had to level up my Charmeleon. He's now level 35, and that took a long time. But after I find a Dreadnought, I try to kill it. I go Charmander, he's not effective, so I switch to my Larvitar and I kill him. That gave my Charmeleon enough XP to finally evolve. And now I can ride and fly him, so traveling will be a lot easier and I can explore more of the map. After exploring, I find this weird little forest jungle place. And then I find a pretty good Pokemon. He was level 40. His name was Kecleon. And I decide to try and catch it. There we go, we captured it, and he was sent to my PC. But then I decided to go on a catching spree, and so I caught this Clefable. It was level 50 as well, which is really, really good. Then I caught this Doniphan level 50, back by my house. Then I captured this Mudsdale, which was a ground type, and he had some really good moves actually. I think he had an Earthquake, which is really cool. After exploring for a couple more days, I found this weird little G-Max thing, and you can defeat Pokemon and try to catch them at the end, and you can get some really good rewards out of them. So I decided to start the raid. After it started, I did not know what I was doing, so when I would pick my attack, I would pick my teammates and not actually the boss. I think that's what I did, at least. I wasn't really sure. After almost all of us dying, we decide to win, and I decide to try to catch it with an Ultra Ball. And the rewards on the right were pretty cool. Not too much to worry about, but there we go, we caught it. And we got some mushrooms that we can sell, and then we got some berries, and it's kind of useless to me. After this, I start to level up my Pokemon and just get them all to a higher level. After more searching, I find this little battle arena area in this village, and there's 3 of them, so I decide to farm them and take out the low level guys. This guy was pretty easy with my move called Stomping Tantrum. It does double damage if does double damage if they fail their attack. which is really good. And my Larvitar's level 70, so he was really, really insane. So I decided to heal him up a bit, and then he died. So I switched to my boy Cleafable, and I used my metal move and one-shot him. Then we use it again on Flappy, but Flappy keeps restoring HP a bit after every attack. I switched to him a choke because I caught one off camera, and I one-shot it with his fighting move. Sorry if I don't show all the Pokemon I catch, it's just a lot to do, and I want to try to catch everything. After doing another one of those raids, after a bit, I found this pink Bellsprout, which I want to catch because I haven't seen any pink Pokemon before, and I thought it was something special. There we go, he captured a pink Bellsprout. It gave me 3 achievements, which was, it's a non-standard form Pokemon, I guess, and that was pretty cool. After trying to catch a couple more Pokemon, I caught a Farfetch'd level 50, which is really, really cool. And also, off camera, I found a Deino in a cave while mining, found an Aggron by my house in the mountains, and a Tyranitar that is just leveled up and evolved, and that was really good. We have found a desert temple, and I've actually found one before, I just didn't explore it yet. And so I go inside and grab some blocks so I can get up and down, and that's a Firestone there. I just don't care about it. Once I get to the bottom, I break the pressure plate, and I go on the chest, and there's a reveal glass that reveals the truth, a mysterious glass that returns a Pokemon to its original shape. I don't exactly know what that means. Found a bottle, and it seals away the power of a Pokemon long ago, and this boosts fire type moves, which was perfect for my Charizard. Then there was some silver that can be sold to shopkeepers for money and more gems. And that was about it, that was in there. Our next place we visited was this weird little kind of arena ruined area. So once I go in, I actually find a couple of trainers. Like this level 50, and there's a couple more, and there's like a weird chalice thing in the middle, which was really interesting. And I had no idea what to do with it. But there was like like a rare boss and stuff. So I just call it Boss Arena, and then I loot the village, grab more Pokeballs and stuff. And while flying, I found this weird little ship, and this ship was pretty cool. There was just some supplies in there. Shell Bell. Holder restores a little bit of HP every time they attack, which is really cool. I find some pearls that I use for money, but I don't really care about money. And then when I go up the ladder, I find a fisherman that's looking for a fishing rod. So I guess there's like a fishing quest line with him. There was a couple of chests in the basement, but it didn't really have any good loot. But there was an old rod, which was pretty cool. I'm gonna see if I can get this to the fisherman and see what he says about it. When I tried giving the fishing rod to him, it says there's nothing special about it, so I guess it's useless. And we're back, and we found an Entei. So I don't want to kill it or die, because that's how I lost it before. So I just used some of my moves on it to try to get it weak enough so I can catch it. I really need to invest in a sleep person with hypnosis or something. That'll make it way easier to catch these Pokemon. So I'm gonna start chucking Pokeballs at it and see what happens. We lost some of our Pokemon, and we're still going at it. This is like, it's been forever trying to catch it. And he's at 4.5% health. We threw an ancient heavy ball at it, and we actually caught it. I was so hyped because it was a good level, and you got some pretty cool achievements out of it. When we go home, I'm gonna throw him out, and look how sick he looks. You can ride him. He can't jump though, but it's a legendary, and it was my first, and he looks amazing. His moves are a bit meh. I don't think they're that good. Like, he's a fire type and he has no fire moves. I don't know. And my Deano that I had before a Dino was like level 70, or was it 87? I don't know. So I just gave it a couple. I leveled it up once to get the next evolution, which was Zuelius. And then I gave it one more candy, and it turned him into Hydreigon, which was pretty cool. He looks amazing. It's like a Hydra Dragon. And I mean, I didn't really have to level him up. It was just a lucky catch. And there we go. Hydreigon, 6-winged, 3-headed dragon. He could fly like Charizard, which is really cool. And dude, look at that. He's really tanky as well. 265 health, level 89. It was amazing. So I was AFKing in the water to try to find a Kyogre, a legendary whale. And instead I found a Latias. So I tried to get a weak again, and I used Flamethrower on it. But didn't do much damage. So I try to get a weak some more, and I'm paralyzed, and I lost him. So my Tyranitar has a Sandstorm, which makes it so anyone in the Sandstorm that attacks loses like 5% health, and I killed it with a Dark type move because I'm stupid, and I used a Dark type on a Psychic, so I lost that one. But then another one spawned. And this is Latios. And I'm trying to get its attention so it can attack me. So this time, I used all my abilities. And, you know, it's nighttime now, it's raining. I literally spent like 5 minutes on this guy. And I'm still struggling to catch him. She keeps breaking out, but something horrible happens. He uses struggle and then dies to recoil damage. All that Pokeball is wasted. And I still don't have a Hypnosis champion to help me, or not champion, Pokemon to help me out. So I found an Ultra Beast portal, and I'm now in the dimension. So the only way to get out is if you have some legendary Pokemon that can do it, or all your Pokemon faints. But I found this Scorch raid, and I know Stone Edge is really effective against fire, so I put in Tyranitar. So I start with Stone Edge, and I do it on Scorch, and it surprisingly takes away half his health, which was easy, I guess. And I think this is a G-Max because of the pink bars on top. But I use another Stone Edge, and he's dead. Now it's time to catch him with an Ultra Ball. Will we catch it? Yes, we catch him, man. I was so hyped when I caught him because I've always liked Scorch. He was like a snake. And then I found this in the Ultra BC, or Ultra C, or Deep Sea, Ultra Deep Sea. And it's a bug in water, so I know I check Entei to see if he has any fire moves. He does not. And so I just do Charizard because fire beats bug and water beats fire, so it's like the neutral effectiveness, I guess. We get it. When we start the battle, we do Flamethrower, and it did quite a lot of damage. And just a couple more rotations of moves, and we end up getting it down. And we got him a bit weak, but Pikachu helped out, and we caught it. Or we beat it. We got some good XP candy, so if you ever need to level up anyone, it will be really easy. There we go, we caught it. And then I found this epic boss Garchomp, and I'm like, I think I'm powerful enough to take it down. But, you know, he looks pretty scary, and he's a dragon type, so I try to use people with dragon moves, but I don't really have any. So he one-shot my Hydreigon, put in my Tyranitar. He avoided my attack, which is horrible, and he one-shot Tyranitar. I try to use some tackle moves on him, and it just doesn't work. I'm just losing all my Pokemon right now. And unluckily, I never found any Ultra Beast either. It's a rare chance, but I couldn't find it, and I spent a long time in this dimension. So I see if I can like do something like I don't know why I throw Pokeballs at it, but I'm down to my last Pokemon. He's extreme speed, not enough to take him down. He's level 120, that's really high. And since I lost all my Pokemon, I spawned back at spawn. After searching for more Pokemon, I found a Virizion in the Birch Forest. I get him really weak. I throw some Pokeballs at it to try to catch it, and he keeps breaking out, and it's just not cool, because right there I'm wasting everything. And then, I think I'm down to my last Pokemon here, and yep, all my Pokemon fainted. So I quickly head back home, hoping Virizion will stay, like in the same forest. So I find a cave, and I try to get a Ghastly, because I know he has Hypnosis, and I caught it. Turned it into a Haunter, but you cannot get Gengar unless you trade it to evolve, so it has to stay as Haunter. So I level him up until he's a really high level, like around 71. Yeah. After I got to level 71, I decided to go back in the forest and try to look for Virizion. On the hill, I found one, so I try to go for it. And this is the best part about Hypnosis people. I use it, or he doesn't affect me. I use it, he fell asleep. Throw a Ultra Ball, and look what happens. A little bit of delay, but caught it first try because of Haunter. So I was so hyped because I've always liked Virizion. It was such a cool Pokemon when it first came to this world. So I'm gonna throw them out, and they look really sick. Like, look at them, they're so cool. So he had a move called Sacred Sword. I was hoping to get that, but I got Close Combat instead and Giga Drain. So, I mean, it was pretty good, but I was really happy with this because it's a grass and fighting type. Their speed is at 168 as well, which is really high. My Hydreigon had 200, which is high as well. Now I'm going to start gathering terracotta for my house. I need red terracotta and white, and this is a quick little time lapse, so enjoy. Final result to my house, I think it looks really good, and I also like the floor pattern. It's nice and cozy. I got a neat little clock on the wall. So this is it for my house, and it'll be here for the whole series. So on day 68, I try to fight the grass type gym, and it's pretty hard, I guess, and I need to improve my fire types and my levels. Right now I'm under leveled. They have level 89 Pokemon in my Charizard right there. They're like level 68. So the level difference is just horrible. And this fight was pretty difficult, and I think I still end up losing. There we go, down to my last Pokemon, and Dart just isn't good against Trevenant, so I ended up losing the fight. After some more exploring, I found this little ruin place again, and I tried to defeat some people there. And this boss rare has a level 109 Weavile, and I just decided to up and out dip and stuff. So I decided to, forfeit, because I don't want to lose all my Pokemon, and I don't know where the closest is. After AFKing in the mountains forever, I finally encounter a Rayquaza. But this isn't a normal Rayquaza. There's a mysterious air current that appeared, and he turned into a Mega Rayquaza. So I got really scared, because it's Mega, and I didn't know if I was going to catch it, but I tried to make it sleep with Hunter's hypnosis, and he does fall asleep, but it doesn't seem to help with it. He just kept breaking out. Down to my last Pokemon, he's at 27 health. I throw in an Ultra Ball and look what happens. we caught a Rayquaza literally down to my last Pokemon, and everyone fainted except for Charizard, but we ended up getting it and I was so hyped. Right now I'm catching a Pidgeot because I forgot to record. I found a Mega Pidgeot and it gave me a Pidgeot stone, so I can Mega Evolve my Pidgeot, or Pidgeotto. Oh yeah, Pidgeot if I caught it. So this is him Mega Evolving. It looks pretty sick. And then the moves weren't good, probably because of the type effectiveness, but it was still really cool. Took me 3 days to find another wormhole, and I finally made it back here. And so I'm on the hunt to find Ultra Beasts. But on my way I found a Hoopa, and this Hoopa was pretty interesting, a low level though, so I tried to catch it. He kept using Magic Coat, which would reflect the damage, and that was just inconvenient, and it was really hard to try to make him sleep because all I would do is sleep myself. And when I used Dark Pulse, it killed him and me because it reflected, but he did drop 2 netherite scrap, which is really cool. Next, I find a Pheromosa after searching for ages. Just jumping in the desert, I finally found one. So I try to throw some Pokeballs at it and stuff, and just see if I can catch it without putting it to sleep. And that's because my brain was melted and I forgot my Pokemon who I had. So I keep trying to throw Pokeballs at it. But then I remember I have Haunter. So I use Hypnosis, they avoided it, I use it again. And their moves don't affect me, so he has fallen asleep. I threw in some Pokeballs. And let's see if I can catch it. There we go, we caught a Pheromosa. That is a really cool Ultra Beast because they can speed swap, and that might be useful for future battles. But next I found this shiny boss legendary Beedrill, and it was pretty scary. He was level 130 and I haven't fought a legendary boss before. So I try to use Entei because fire is really effective against bug. Then I know that I'm trying to make it sleep now because it just gives me extra turns. So now I switched to Rayquaza, and Rayquaza has flying moves, and flying is really effective against bug. So when I pick Rayquaza, I choose to use, that's the Draconian Z or something, so it's like a Z move, but it doesn't work on Dragon Ascent. So I have to get out of it, and there you go. I think it almost takes him down one shot. Let's see here. Yeah, he is really weak now. And I choose it again, and my Rayquaza died. But then I go back to Haunter and try to revive my guy. So I'm choosing to revive. I choose Rayquaza because he did the most damage. So I lose my Haunter, and I go to Tyranitar. I choose Tyranitar because of his Sandstorm, and so I can heal Rayquaza at the same time. So the Sandstorm does a bit of damage to him. It does like 5%. Rayquaza is still alive, so I use Dragon Ascent and I kill him. He dropped a Beedrill Mega Evolution Orb, the Beedrillite, which makes Pokemon Mega Evolve. And only people that can Mega Evolve can have these drops. After farming levels for all of my Pokemon, I got him to level 90 and Entei to level 100 with all my XP candy. And then I gave him a gold thing that boosted all of his power, or IVs. And now I want to defeat one of the Leaf Gym battles, or Grass Gym battle leaders. And this Shinadic is pretty interesting, so I use a Z move on my anti and use the overdrive, and it one-shots him. Then I'm going after Venusaur because I'm fire and he's grass. Didn't manage to kill the Venusaur, but that's okay. I want to switch to Pheromosa because Pheromosa is also a bug, and I think bug is really effective and stuff, but just not as tanky, but she died right away. Switch to Rayquaza so I can use some of my dragon or flying moves. And I use this one, got him down. He's just so good, he does so much. Then I just try to kill everyone with Rayquaza. Sadly, I get really weak, but I do kill the Bioflame. So I just keep spamming it because he has like 300 speed, but I lose Rayquaza. Then I'll switch to Tyranitar because of his Sandstorm ability and Payback. He's at 7 health, or 7% health, so I use Quick Attack because I know it's quick. And then he dies to the Sandstorm. And there we go, I beat a boss, finally. And that was 100 days in Minecraft Pixelmon.